Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. The life we are living, the world we are living in, that is challenging, that is tough as well. It is, there is a lot, there is a lot actually, which we do have to face, which we do have to do. And while doing all that thing, we need to show certain qualities in ourselves. We need to possess certain capabilities, potential in we ourselves. That's the only way we can live well, we can live happily, we can live successfully. And if we talk about all those qualities combined, it becomes that we are emotionally mature people. We need to become mature person, attaining the status of a maturity, being a mature person. That definitely helps us a lot, and to face the troubles, the challenges, the problems, and all even the interesting things in the life. Dear friends and fellows, this is going to be the topic of our today's discussion, and we are going to talk about it in such a way, like, nine signs, you are not emotionally mature person, even if you think you are. Nine signs you are not an emotionally mature person, even if you think you are. So what are those nine signs? Let's look upon all those nine signs one by one. First of all, it is you struggle with critical feedback. You struggle with the critical feedback. Feedback is very important to us, but it's not only the feedback of appreciation which is important to us. The critical feedback is equally important to us. Why? If at all somebody is giving us a feedback in an appreciation, it means that according to this person, this performance or attitude was the right one, and we need to consolidate it. And if at all somebody is giving us a feedback in a critical way, it actually means that here we were not good and we need to improve it, we need to change it. So this feedback is equally important. It is not any way lesser important at all. So why to fret and frown? Why to be troubled and unhappy? Why to feel nervous, and why to feel upset if at all somebody has given us a critical feedback? The first sign of emotional immaturity is you struggle with critical feedback. Now the second sign of is sometimes you play the blame game. Sometimes mean you are at war with someone else. There is no need to be at war with someone else at all. No need to be at war with someone else. No need to be at war with someone else at all. The reason is that we need to stay objective. We need to just stay objective. That is very important. If at all somebody is blaming us, so instead of blaming them counteractive, I mean, instead of counterly blaming them as well because they have blamed us, I think that is very foolishness. Never ever do that. Do not blame in response to a blame, but rather think clearly what was wrong done by you, and what was the misunderstanding which happened to those people. So let's make our position clear first of all, and doing that in a respectful manner, so that other person is not provoked, so that the other person does not want to have any sort of war with us. Rather, they should feel ashamed that why did they blame us in such a manner. I think never ever indulge in a blame game. If at all somebody is having unhealthy thoughts, it is far better to ignore them, not to fight with those people, not to fight an unnecessary war. Avoid these wars as much as we can. Never ever indulge in a war like this one. Avoid the blame game. Sometimes you play the blame game. Number 3, you often be impulsive. Being impulsive mean a thought came to my mind and I just said it. A thought came to my mind and I just made a decision. A thought came to my mind and an idea came to my mind and I just did that. An idea came to my mind and I just bought that. I think all of that is the impulsive behavior. It must be controlled. And if at all you have a habit like this one, I think it is one of the worst habits, and we need to control it as soon as we can. So it is sometime, you can often be impulsive. Being impulsive rarely, it is up to it is maybe it is okay humanly, but being impulsive quite often, that is deadly, that is very very dangerous. It must not be done. And now the fourth is setting boundaries can be a hard task for you. Setting boundaries can be a hard task for you. I think that setting of the boundaries is very 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 important. Make the rules, and make the rules keeping in view your own interest. Make the rule keeping in view that you are not offending others unnecessarily. Make the rules and fulfill, implement, practice those rules as well. If at all somebody is practicing those rules, if at all somebody is respecting these rules made by us, I think we should be ready to go along with those people. But if at all somebody does not respect these rules, if at all somebody does not respect these boundaries, or if at all somebody is not respecting the boundaries of the other person, I think that we need to better disassociate ourselves from those people. So, setting boundaries can be a hard task for you. Now, the number five is you are always hungry for external validation. You are always hungry for external validation. I think that seeking opinion of the other people, discussing our issues with other people, that is fine. But seeking validation or approval from other, and that too quite often, I think that is a clear proof that this person is not that we are not mature, we are not emotionally mature person. So you are always hungry for external approval. Now, the number six is expressing your feelings can be tough. We should be able to express our feeling in a better way. I remember that I heard it on the television, or maybe I read it, that a survey was conducted in America, and the ladies there were asked that what are the top five qualities you want to see in your partner. And one thing which was one of those five things which the American women want to see in their partners is that they be able to express their feelings in a better way. So that's really important. So expressing your feelings can be tough. We need to learn that how to express my feeling. That's important. And that was number six. Number seven, you show signs of poor stress management. Stress is something which does occur, happen. We do have to face, each one of us have to face the stress, and that is maybe something quite which happen so often, so frequently. Now what we need to do is that we need to learn how to manage it. Management of our stress, I think that is one of the top priorities, and we must not be ignoring this extremely important factor, that I do have to learn and to implement and to practice the stress management skills. I do have to learn the stress management skills. And here another sign of the lacking emotional maturity is you show signs of poor stress management. And now the number 8 is the idea of change scares you. The only thing, the truth is, the idea of change scares you. The idea of change scares you. It is something really really bad. Why? Because the only thing permanent here in this world, the only thing which is permanent here in this world, that is change. If this be the case, why to be afraid of the change? Why not to get ready for the change? Why not to embrace the change? Because the change, not the change mean that on the one hand it is taking us out of the comfort zone, and it is extremely important for every mature person, for every successful person, to stay out of the comfort zone, to stay out of the to stay out of their crease, to stay out of their comfort zone. And I think that not only that we do need to come out of the comfort zone, rather we need to explore and identify, we need to explore the new opportunities in the new atmosphere, in the changed atmosphere. So we should not be scared of the change as well, at all. The idea of change scares you. Now the ninth and the last item, which does indicate that we are not emotionally mature person. This ninth is, you still sweat the small stuff. You still sweat the small stuff. Trivial things makes you unhappy, makes you troubled, make you disturbed. Very, very bad indeed. Let's face those trivial things. Let's try to avoid the overthinking. It is the overthinking actually which keeps us unhappy, which makes us unhappy, and which actually makes us sweat over the small stuff. It is the overthinking, 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 which makes us sweat over the small stuff. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Do not overthink. Do not overthink. Try to keep your mind empty, empty, empty. If an idea has come to your mind, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Do not put extra pressure on the mind at all. Otherwise, you will start sweating, troubled. Thank you.